So the most important thing to remember with this stuff is it's all basically plugged in, but there's only one way that this microphone can get plugged in, okay? It only can plug into the mic one way and plug in here one way. So if you decide to start taking things apart, it's real simple, okay? The headphones, the same thing. There's only, it says phones, okay? Where it gets slightly complex, but it's not even that complex, is where it says input, output, okay? This simply is the input. This is what's coming in to the mixer from this, okay? Mm-hmm. So what says input here will say output here, because it's going out, in. Okay. Okay. Now what's going out, will go to in.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yep.
And then from here, it goes into USB.
Got it.
Okay. And the only other thing to remember is that it's got a cord in the back here that needs to be plugged in to give it power.
Got it.
Okay. That's it in a nutshell. Okay. Now, so you got everything plugged in. Now you go to your programs, and where's your programs at? Oh yeah, you got the Windows. Audacity. Open Audacity. Okay, now let's open. To hit record, you hit the red button. Okay? You can actually see the volume level as you talk. Okay? Now that's probably not high enough. So what you want to do is adjust it here where it says trim. Adjust that first. Okay? And you want to have it be probably up around -6 if you can. And so what you do is you adjust that a little bit like that, and then you can adjust it here a little bit, okay? But I would try to not boost this any more than like 1 or 2 o'clock, because there's more noise involved. So what you want to do is try to, if you need more volume, okay, to keep it around that range right there, just try to talk a little closer to the microphone, okay? So you're talking to the microphone, talking, blah, 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 blah. You're done recording, you hit stop, okay? Now, first thing you do now that you've hit stop, you save the file, okay? Let's say it's going to save it as a .aup file first, okay? So you hit OK. Now let's say that this is, this is your teleclass 1, and let's call this a raw file because it's going to be saved. It's going to be raw. It's unedited, okay? This is your backup, so you save that first, okay? Now down here at the bottom here, you've got your little scroll bar, and let's say you say to yourself, right around a couple minutes in, I remember screwing up. And so I need to go back in, say you made a mistake right around 30 seconds in or a couple minutes in. And you can actually go here, just click on it, okay? Now, we got it set up so it's actually going through the headphones, so you can actually edit through the headphones. So you put your headphones on, and you're listening. You got your headphones on, and you hit play, okay? And then you find, okay, this whole area right here, I made a mistake, so you hit stop. You hit stop. And you go click here. And let's say you want to get rid of this whole section, so you can just highlight it like this, hit delete, and it goes away. Okay, and then you can hit play, or go beforehand, hit play, make sure it's, and okay, it's good. So you go through, maybe you make some more edits, and then you're done with it, and then you file, and then go export as WAV. And what I would say is I would call it teleclass 1, either edited, or, if you don't like, either edited or master. And that will just be your cue that that's the edited file that you give to Jared or myself to make your CD master of. And then you're done.
Got it.
Okay? And you just save it, like when you go into save, just like anything else, when you go to save project as, you can decide where you want to save it. If you want to save it in your mind, just like anything else.
Okay.
And it's that simple.
So easy.
It really is that simple. Now this software application doesn't give you a lot of options. That's why it's real easy. The stuff that Jared and I use, you can do anything with it. But this is just to clean it up enough to give to us, and we can sweeten it, whatever. Right. And then you're done. I mean, it's that simple. Now, let's say that you wanted to have. Oh, here we go. Let's say your web guy said, "Hey, give me an MP3 of that as soon as you can." You can export it as MP3. Now, unfortunately. That's interesting, Rosie. Well, I'm not sure. In this case, it doesn't give you a lot of options. Okay. In this case, yeah, when you export as MP3, I don't know what it's going to sound like because it doesn't like MP3. You can there's a lot of different factors you can.
Oh.
And this I don't know what it's going to sound like, so I might not actually do that. I might actually, give it to me and have me do it, so I can make it sound how required. I don't know what that sets at. There's like 50 different settings for MP3, and that only gives you one.
Okay.
So I wouldn't mess with that.
Use this as a wave.
Yeah, but then when you're done, you're done.
Great.
Save changes.
Save changes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
So Audacity on here, that's just taking me to the program, or is that all my saves?
That actually is your that's actually your that's the file that we just did.
And then this one is just taking me to the program.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Okay.
And it's literally that simple. Now, what I was trying to explain to you about the secondary microphone is that the way that this microphone's set up is this is left and right. Okay? This is mono, this is center, and this is left and right. So we have to get you a microphone that has a left and right in, otherwise it's going to be funky.
Oh, got it.
Okay, the other thing we have to keep in mind is this, is that if you actually go in and you do record with that, with two people, I'm going to have to... Interesting, okay. Well, the bottom line is that if you do end up using two microphones, Rosie, we're going to have to go in and change the settings.
Okay.
Which is going to be interesting. So, that's one thing I really wasn't sure about with this.
So we can only use just the one microphone that's in here for right now.
I would say, yeah, until we get a second mic.
Okay. Which the second mic they would go here.
And we're gonna have to, yeah, it'll go in
here.
here. It'll go in here or here.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, this
It'll
is
go
2 and 3.
Here or
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, but we have to get a special kind of connector that makes it go left and right
Got it.
in one. So that's kind of funky. That's why. The only other thing I could do, and I don't want to mess with it because it's more hassle than it's worth, get you a secondary mixer that has two. I've actually got one here, but they're old and they're hosed up, and I don't trust them.
Oh. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so we could just look for another microphone, but then you'll have to walk me through the process of changing the settings.
Yeah, because when it actually, you know what I'm going to do, Rosie?
Hmm.
I'm going to put that codec, this driver here, save this driver, because the driver is where we're going to need to, that's where we're going to need to...
That's like the disc, basically. You're saving it.
I saved it, because that driver here,
Mm-hmm.
when you go into it, this is where we'll do, you have to go in and change channels, to go to 2 channels in order to record.
Oh, got it.
See what I'm saying? For 1 channel to 2 channels. Okay?
You're
So
going
we
to
have
keep it
to-
on one channel right
I am
now,
going to keep it
right?
on 1 channel, yeah, but I'm saying that's the distinction. So that's really the only other thing. We got to get you a second mic, and then you just have to remember, and I haven't done that with this, so I almost want to test it before I send you out there with it.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay. Thanks, Jared.
Thanks, Rosie.